10 most difficult golf holes in the world. Before we start, I would want you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Golf Luxury. 10. US 6 at Olympic Club San Francisco. Many top golfing events take place at the Olympic Club in San Francisco. That's because the course is a picture, but is also mightily challenging. It can present an extremely infuriating and incredibly rewarding day out. The course as a whole is pretty tough, but the 6th hole at the Olympic Club stands out. The biggest hazard of this hole is that the fact that the fairway is tree-lined. You've got to be precise using your tree wood to get onto the fairway. Then there's a strategically placed bunker hampering your approach to the green. Even Tiger Woods has fallen prey to this bunker in the past. 9. International 6 at Royal Birkdale, par 5. America has its fair share of tough courses, but Europe, especially the UK, has some challenging courses of its own. This one in Southport is up there as being one of the toughest. The Royal Birkdale in Southport is up there as being one of the biggest and most challenging courses around. This hole itself is massive. It's a par 5 and is 488 yards. The difficulties of this hole start with a long upwards approach to the green. The green itself is far from right. It's constantly moving, but due to the dunes and bunkers, you do well to reach the green without hitting one of the hazards in the first place. 8. US 18th at Bay Hill, Orlando. This is a spectacular course, one that looks really dramatic. If you can tear yourself away from the sides long enough to focus on what's in front of you, that sense of awe might quickly turn to dread. The 18th par found at Bay Hill, Orlando is that kind of hole. Everything has to be seriously precise. Landing smack dab in the middle of the fairway is a must, but the wind is pretty strong and you're going to have a tough time clearing the rocks and the water hazards. Again, precision is needed to get onto the green. Go short and you're in the water. Overhit your shot and you'll land in one of the 3 bunkers guarding the hole. 7. International 17th at Old Course St. Andrew, par 4. This is a par 4 but at 495 yards. It's a seriously long par 4. Even golf aficionados Stephen Gallagher and Bruce Sorley have testified that they think this is up there with being one of the toughest holes in the world. Playing into the swirling wind is what trips people up on this hole. What seems like a relatively straightforward shot onto the fairway often sends people searching for their ball in the thick rough. There are also bunkers which have been widened. The hole itself has actually been lengthened too, but 50 yards. That may not seem like a whole lot, but remember, it is a par 4. 6. US 18th at Whistling Straits, par 4. Remember this hole? Dustin Johnson certainly does. He doesn't have fond memories of this hole. He had some nightmarish memories at the 18th at Whistling Straits at the 2010 PGA Championship. Many other pros have fallen prey to the numerous hazards throughout this hole. It's a par 4 and is 500 yards. That alone starts to ring alarm bells. It's as if the wind starts to get stronger when playing this hole. The other hazards is that there's plenty of rough. If you manage to contend with all of this and get onto the green, your putting game has to be on point. The green is continuously moving. 5. International 12th at Montgomery Link, Da Nang City, par 5. There are a lot of great courses popping up in Asia. The Montgomery Links course in Vietnam is regarded as one of the best. Experts have given it world-class status due to the challenges that every golfer who plays there will inevitably face. The 12th hole is particularly challenging. There are wind-blown dunes and plenty of well-placed bunkers. When I say plenty, I mean 17 bunkers on this hole alone. It's a par 5 and you'll do well to avoid the sand on this hole. If you manage to navigate your way around the bunkers, there's a tricky uphill putt waiting for you on the green. 4. US 5th at Pinehurst, par 5. This par 4 is 475 yards, but even a lot of pros struggles to get par on this hole. When it was first designed, it was actually a par 5, but it was soon changed to par 4, which explained why many find this one to be the most challenging holes in the world. Every shot needs to be hit with absolute precision, but it's the approach shot to the green that people find the most challenging. A long iron needs to be used to hook the ball around onto the green. You do well to avoid the trees and the bunkers. 3. International 2nd at Sentosa Golf Club, Singapore. The Sentosa Golf Club is Singapore's most exclusive golf venue. The course is considered to be a masterpiece in terms of its design. The tropical flora and swamps have been carved away. Now there's hilly terrain and up and down hills. You'll experience the lot while playing the 2nd hole. Here, you've got to keep your shots in check. Otherwise, your ball will be lost for good in the South China Sea. The likes of Vijay Singh and Phil Mickelson have had this problem. This hole has platinum status and is regarded to be one of the most challenging holes in Southeast Asia for a reason. 2. US 8th at Pebble Beach Par 4. Golfing fans come from all over the world to try and get a tee time at Pebble Beach. It's the ultimate golfing venue. It's a course that will test your mettle as a golfer, none more so than the 8th hole. The 8th hole is a par 4 at 428 yards. You can ease yourself into this hole with a couple of straightforward shots. You've got to tee off blind. The danger here is that your ball could get lost for good in the Pacific Ocean. The green itself is tiny. It's guarded by 5 bunkers. Then, to top it off, the green slopes downwards towards the ocean. 1. International 18th at Dunes at Shenzhou Peninsula, Hainan, China. Hainan is a resort that's developing at a rapid pace. Part of its development as an attractive resort is the design of a world-class golf course. Tom Weiskopf was entrusted with the task. He carved the course out of the local indigenous flora and the dunes alongside the coastline. The 18th hole plays fast and it plays long. The rugged dunes combined with the swirling winds from the ocean wreak havoc for golfers on this hole. Of course, there are bunkers and also plenty of rough to slow your game down. Gazing out over the spectacular vistas across the peninsula will provide you with some respite though.